It started with something small. Strangers using his pool without asking at first. He thought it was just a one-time thing, but it kept happening. Day after day. New faces showed up, laughing, swimming, acting like they belonged there. The homeowner stood back, trying to stay calm, but the situation didn't feel right. He started paying closer attention. Something about this didn't add up. He checked his messages and notices, and then he realized something important. That's when he found out the HOA had been allowing renters to use his pool without even asking him. That's when frustration really kicked in. He confronted her immediately. She spoke like it was completely normal, like his property was part of a shared space, but he clearly didn't agree. She explained it like a policy decision, something decided without his input. Her tone stayed firm and official, but it only made things worse after she left. He stood there in silence, looking at his own pool now. It didn't feel like his anymore. That needed to change. He didn't react right away. Instead, he started thinking strategically. If they ignored his rights, he would take control the smart way. That's when he came up with a plan. Not confrontation, but control. Something simple, but effective, and impossible to ignore. The next day, things started changing. A secure system was installed around the pool. Access was no longer open and everything was about to shift. The system was now fully installed. Access to the pool was controlled. No one could enter without permission anymore. Things had officially changed. He set up a secure access code. Only he could decide who entered. It was simple, but effective. Exactly what the situation needed. For the first time in days, the pool was quiet. No strangers, no noise. Just calm water and silence. It finally felt like his again. But it didn't take long for people to notice. Renters showed up like before. Only this time they couldn't get in. Confusion quickly spread. They tried different ways to access it, looking around for answers, but nothing worked. The system was locked tight. From inside, he watched quietly. There was no anger this time, just calm observation. His plan was working. Soon, the complaints reached the HOA. People started asking questions. Why was the pool suddenly restricted? The situation escalated again. The HOA woman returned once more. Her steps were faster this time. She clearly wasn't pleased. Another confrontation was coming. She pointed directly at the new system, demanding an explanation. But the homeowner stayed calm. He was ready this time. He explained everything clearly. This was his property. Access would now be controlled. No more confusion. She didn't expect that. Her expression changed instantly. The situation wasn't in her control anymore. And that was new. They reviewed the rules again. Every detail mattered now. Nothing could be ignored. Clarity was key. He stood firm in his decision. There was no hesitation. His position was clear and fully backed. She paused and reconsidered. The tone had shifted, less tension, more thinking. Things were changing. The conversation became calmer. Both sides spoke carefully. The tension had reduced. Understanding began form and neighbors quietly observed. Curiosity spread across the area. People wanted to understand the situation. Drew attention. The pool stayed secure. No more unauthorized access. Everything remained controlled. The change was clear. He finally relaxed again. No interruptions anymore. Just calm and quiet. Sense of control returned. She stepped away quietly. Her approach had changed. Things were different now. The situation had evolved. The pool returned to its natural calm. No noise, no confusion, just quiet water and control. Everything felt right again. Days passed without interruptions. No unexpected visitors showed up. The system worked exactly as planned. Peace remained consistent. Keypad stayed unused. No random attempts anymore. The message was clear now. Access was no longer open. Neighbors adjusted quickly. People understood the change. The pool was no longer public, and that was respected. He finally enjoyed his space again. No distractions. No stress. Just calm moments by the water. Exactly how it should be. The HOA continued to observe. But their approach had changed. Less control. More awareness. The situation had shifted. Another conversation took place, but this time it was different. Calm, respectful, and controlled. No more conflict in tone. They discussed things clearly. No arguments this time. Just understanding the boundaries and accepting them. The space remained unchanged. Everything stayed organized. No confusion returned. Control remained steady. People stopped treating it like public space. They simply passed by. The difference was clear. Respect had been restored. He checked the system. Occasionally, everything worked smoothly. No issues, no problems, just consistent control. Evenings became peaceful again. The pool lights reflected softly. No noise disturbed the calm. Everything felt settled. He reflected on everything that happened. From frustration to control. The change was worth it and clearly effective. The HOA stepped back completely. No more interference. The situation had resolved itself, naturally and clearly. No more interference. The situation had resolved itself naturally and clearly.